James here. Today we're taking a look at these EKSA StarEngine Pros 3-in-1 gaming headset, guys. This is a kind of cool little piece that does have 50mm drivers, also lights up and does some very cool stuff, but it is fully compatible with pretty much every device out there. But I wanted to show you guys the box on purpose because when you're dropping it up, you're going to notice something different with their packaging. That's because it says right there what it is. Now, if I slide this out, you're going to notice, wow, it brings the whole piece with me. So here is your box. The box is double-sided. It does have this cool little logo designs inside there, guys. Look at that. They actually thought about this. Now inside this piece, you're going to be greeted with a couple of pieces. First and foremost is your actual microphone. Now the microphone is a plug-in style. It does have a windsock on there. It does have noise canceling and ENC built in. You'll also be greeted with the 3.5T USB-C cable for that. So you do have that cable as well in that little cavity of the box. Now you go to the next cavity down and you're going to be greeted with some more cabling. And we're going to kind of show you guys all these cables and what they're for and stuff like that. First and foremost, USB-C to USB-C. So you can plug it into, let's say, your phone and use it as a headset for your phone with USB-C to USB-C. You are then greeted with this dongle. In case you don't have a USB-C, you connect up this USB-C dongle into this little plug right here, guys, and you plug it into a USB-A connection. Or you have the USB-C to 3.5, so if you have a 3.5 plug on your phone or your PC, 3.5 goes into that as well. You are then greeted with this carrying bag. It is gray and a purple in coloration, but that is where the headset will be actually in. And here you guys go. Nice, nice headset. I love the green coloration. I love the nice thick earmuffs. Of course, the earmuffs are super thick. Now on the bottom, you'll be greeted with the USB-C plug right there and your microphone plug. You will then be greeted with some of the actual connectors. First and foremost is your microphone mute right there, guys. You will then have right here, which is, I believe, going to be your power on and off, or ENC connection, actually, ENC. So that's going to be your ENC, active noise canceling with that. Now, you also have this very cool scroll wheel for the volume with that. Fully adjustable, guys, if you need to a bin test. I don't recommend binning it past that, just saying. Now, to connect up the microphone, of course, guys, you do have to plug it in over here, just like that. Your microphone is in, ready to go. Now, what I'm going to talk about is the way this is designed. You have this very cool green and coloration. Now, these are a dual chamber design. So what does that mean is your lows or your bass has its own separate chamber compared to the mids and highs, which has its own chamber as well. Now, those chambers do not affect each other, so don't worry about that. You are very, very good and don't have to worry. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually plug this in. We're going to go USB-C to USB-C connection onto the PC. Everything you're going to hear from this is from this microphone next. So, guys, give me a second. We'll connect that. Okay, guys, I now have it plugged in. Everything you're hearing is from this microphone, but I wanted to show you guys that bright green light coloration pattern. That is beautiful. I actually love that. Very, very cool. Now, putting these on, guys, are super comfy. Now, I'm going to adjust that microphone down. Of course, it is peaking rather loudly, but we're going to start playing with some of these buttons. First and foremost, on and off, which actually messed with the microphone. So what I was saying is I activated the surround sound on and off, and it messes with stuff. Now I hit it. We should be back to the actual headset. If I activate it, the microphone mute is back off. That's really, really cool. Now, this headset is a beautifully Okay, I just wanted to mess with that again. Now, you do have the volume control up here as well. We can swivel it, move the microphone as we want. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually hop off for a second. I'm going to do a couple little game tests and some sound quality tests. I will be right back, guys. Okay, guys, I did some testing, and as you can see, I'm quite surprised. Now, the StarEngine Pros, guys, these are actually really beautifully done for 7.1 headsets. As you guys see, that first little microphone test was a little hollow. I realized this wasn't plugged fully in. We're now plugged fully in, and it sounds a lot better and a lot clearer. Make sure you plug stuff in properly the first time, and you will be on the road with that. Now, gonna talk about this. I did some gaming tests. I did some YouTube, some 7.1 surround sound test with that, guys, which was quite cool. Now, I also did a Dolby Atmos test. Now, I shouldn't have did that because these aren't technically Dolby Atmos, but it does do that 3D sound effect that I really wanted to test with that. Now, what I can actually tell you is with this headset, you get that effect that if something's close or if it's below you, above you, or away from you, on what side it is, you get that effect from this headset. Mind boggled with this one. Now, I've done a lot of those that, you hear that stuff, but this effect is just beautifully done on these ones. I was quite surprised. Now, the dual chambers are beautiful. You hear that bass where you want to hear the bass. Now, if you're listening to music, it's there for everything. Your crystal clears to your highs to your lows. It has it. Now, it's not super heavy bass like you would expect from like a 12 or 10 or 15, guys. These are 50 millimeter drivers. Remember that. You're not going to get that, big boom. But it gives you that bass that you would expect, especially if you're playing like a Ark or Dinosaur game. You get those footprints walking past you that you would expect in those games. Now, if you're doing, let's say, like, FSPs or for FPSs, first-person styles, you get those whizzings of the actual, thoughts going past you. You also get, people walking up on you. You can hear which direction it's coming from. I like that. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope you guys have a great one.